check this out. Check this out.
Side of it. We've been to Canada, Scotland, Geneva, Switzerland, Germany, Poland. They're all over there. We just got back from Scotland, UK, and we met one of the guys there, one of the leaders in the whole nation on the subject, and same issue. It stems from the original Nazis creating a master race. Wherever the Nazis went in the early 50s, rat lines all around the planet, wherever you see them going to escape, then you see the rise of SRA. So we need to rename this. SRA that's the tools to hammer this in and to augment these people and to bring the demonization and to create them. But really it is part of the master race development that started back in the late 30s. And Himmler's goal was to create 200 million of them. That was his stated goal.
I need y'all to check that out, folks. All of this all at once. Creating a traumatized society, knowing that these people without family are bringing forth children that by default of their environment develops multiple personality disorder. Demon possession is what they've cultivated in the society that they knew would one day implode on itself. The soldiers now. Now, may the Most High rest his soul. May the Most High rest his soul. But conveniently, Russ and Shelley Deasdar, 65 and 67, died October 2021. The wife died in November, and he died. And look what he said here. Look what he said. According to social media reports, Russ is dead from C-19. Shelley is still quite ill. Russ is an evangelical end times pastor who constantly talks about the coming of the Antichrist. He also breaks down what? This is what they say. A show similar to InfoWars be focused on wacky Christian things like Nephilim. Like what? Like Nephilim. There were giants in those days. They're doing the same thing today. He was reporting on it, and now he's conveniently gone. And he started reporting on the Institute and everything. That go to our Patreon if you want to see more on this. But he started breaking it all down. What they did before the flood is happening again. They're turning the people Nephilim. They already have Nephilim that they have created themselves. But now, through this science, others are being genetically modified. And what do these soldiers do? Are these soldiers written of in Scripture? Elder Lawyer, 2 scriptures real quick. Let's get Joel first. As in the days of Noah, then shall the coming of the Son of Man be, marrying and giving in to marriage. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Sorry about that. I need to turn that down. It was up pretty loud. I'm sorry. But I had to turn it up for the video. The video was pretty low. Okay. Elder Lawyer. Oh, a matter of fact, okay, let's also show this so that people can't think that we're making these things up. Right now, America is in a war with Ukraine. And right now, it's stated, right? Here it is. Let me pull it up. From the Metro 50 reported, Russia claims, this is a UK circulation, the UK claims Ukraine is creating super soldiers in top secret biolabs. So don't forget right now who's financing and backing Ukraine right now, the Ukraine. Look. Now, if you can go to Patreon if you want to see this fully, but folks, it's out there. And no one is paying attention. That everything this guy said, which is Bible prophecy, he witnessed these with his own eyes. are now getting reported on. Bible prophecy. But no one out there is tying two and two together. All of this is leading to what? Nephilim, transhumanism, to actually go to war against the righteous who are in the earth, the chosen people of God, to exterminate God's seed, the chosen, before the return of the Messiah. That's Satan's plan. And the whole earth right now are living under that experiment. Elder Lawyer, let's get it real quick.
Joel 3 verse 9.
Come on.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentile nations. Go on.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Prepare war.
Wake up the mighty men.
Wake up the mighty men.
Let all the men of war draw near.
Let all the men of war draw near. The Most High, believe it or not, folks, is allowing all of this to go down so that the dark side can be judged. And those who follow darkness falls with them. He that letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So it was prophesied. These soldiers and all of this that was engineered was prophesied out of the Bible. Christ even said, even as the days of Noah, then shall the coming of the Son of Man be. And now the Most High is saying, guess what? Let him loose. Go ahead and do it. And those who aren't ready or prepared or under the hedge will be taken. Read it.
Jumping over to Joel 2 and 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in the holy mountain.
That means blow a trumpet in Zion. Tell Israel, like it says in Ezekiel, a watchman will tell you what's coming. Blow a trumpet. Tell all our people that they're going to release something on the earth. Read.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
That means he's close. Here are the signs. Read.
A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness.
And look at that. He wrote a book called The Dark Awakening. Russ Deesdar. A day of darkness and gloominess. Read.
As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong.
A great people and a strong. And you know what? Through their lesser magic, they've been showing us this through their marvels. Captain America, a government mutation. But no, this is not a hero. This is a soulless being without conscience. And this guy gave a testimony after meeting one. He says, these things they're creating are soulless. They have no conscience. They'll eat people. They'll eat babies. Read.
A great people and a strong.
Come
They
on.
have not been ever the like.
They have not been the like. What he's saying is, these creation that we're seeing that's going to come was never like any other being that we've seen up until this time. Something new. Read.
Neither shall they be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
Come on.
A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them.
And nothing shall escape them. Read.
Verse 4, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses.
As an appearance of horses, like what? Arrayed in battle. Military. Read.
And as horsemen, so shall they run.
Come on.
Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, and as a strong people set in battle array.
In battle array. Read.
Verse 6, before their face the people shall be much pained, all faces shall gather blackness.
All faces shall gather blackness, especially those who aren't protected by God. Read.
And they shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks.
They shall not break their ranks. You notice they open up the borders and letting all these different foreigners and all these people in? And this guy dropped it years ago. And when he dropped it was 2009. They're strategically placed in all of the earth. Satan's army. And guess what? A lot of the people who have been groomed socially and otherwise and chemically to join them eventually will. When the transhumanism piece began that leads to the mark of the beast, they won't be alone. I'm going to show you. Read.
Verse 8, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path. When they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
Why? Because they'll be without feeling. These are Satan's children, genetically modified people. Read.
Verse 9, they shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses, they shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
And when it says the stars and the sun and the moon shall be darkened, that's because Christ will need to come to save us out of this war. That's when Christ comes into the earth and the sun and moon and the stars take on their original form back to earth to defend the righteous who are left here. It's Christ who's going to save us through them, from them, but not before they have destroyed the majority of the cities as a wilderness, like a wilderness. Read on.
Verse 10, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and a star shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word, for the day of the Lord is very great and very terrible, and who can abide it?
And who can abide it? At that point, Christ will come in the earth to save us from this. We've been hearing ISIS, Al-Qaeda, all this other stuff, folks, but this is what's really going on. An earth filled with orphans with no family to protect them, turning these children into something else, engineering a bloodline in the earth to initiate the majority of the earth into Satan's army against those who believe. That's the true narrative of the Bible, and Christ is coming. And no one is putting two and two together, and we're living under it right now. Let's get it in 2nd Esdras. For there shall be in every place, right here.
Okay.
We're going to 2nd Esdras 16 and 70. Read it.
2nd Esdras 16, verse number 70.
Read that.
In fact, 68.
Yep.
For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you.
Is kindled over you. Read.
And they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols.
Come on.
And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach, and trodden under foot.
Come on.
For they shall be in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
There you go. Read.
And they shall be like madmen, sparing none.
And they shall be like madmen, sparing none. It's talking about these mutations, what's being created through the science that's now is being perpetrated on the earth. They're not telling you what's really going on. The whole world is getting genetically engineered to be joined into Satan's army. So when he said it was millions of them, what he don't realize, the component he didn't have, is how they're going to initiate the rest of Earth's population with Satan's army by genetically morphing the genetics of people through their science. That's what you're living under right now. So when it says many shall betray you and do all these things, it's going to be people who are genetically modified, where the God gene has been cut off in their minds so that they can be used as enemies of God and those who believe in him. Read.
Verse 71, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Who are they aiming towards?
But still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
That's right, a real holy war. Satan's soldiers, which are the other nations, and our people too who believe them, will be initiated into Satan's army like a zombie apocalypse, coming against the righteous who believe in God and trust in him.